Yo, what's going on? So I'm going to take a break from Twitter, from gatekeeping Elden Ring, according to the comments. And then I'm going to give you a guide for the Romina boss fight. So she's going to be the Saint of the Bud. And then you'll find this fight at the Church of the Bud. The Grace is the main entrance. This whole area I actually missed going through the Shadow Keep. It was just a random elevator that you take down, and it leads to this giant area. And I must have seen it and then thought I'd come back and then forgot about it. So I'm going to stick with mostly the same setup. Heavy Dismounter, plus 25. Full Bull Goat armor set. Crimson Amber Medallion, plus 3. Two-headed Turtle Tailsman. Erdtree Favor, plus 2. I'm going to drop the Steed Whistle, just so I don't accidentally click on it. And I'm going to replace that third Tailsman, the Crimsonspill Crystal Tier, and then the Opaline Hardtear for my physic. So I put in the Dragoncrest Greatshield Tailsman for that extra defense protection. And then I was just messing with the tools. I got a bunch of stuff, see what they do. So I just threw up the Exalted Flesh. It's the first time using it on this DLC, and it ended up working for me. So might do that in the future some more. And then this Cured Meat raises your immunity. I don't know if it protects against Scarlet Rot. I'm thinking it does. But she's going to hit you with a ton of it. It's a pain in the ass. Cool looking boss. Very unpredictable. Like a weird... Like her shots can come out of nowhere because she's attacking you with the scorpion body. And then with her spear. So like those attacks are hard to get used to. Maybe if you fight her a bunch of times. So I staggered her pretty quickly. So I don't know if that was the Exalted Flesh. Or if it's just because I got high strength. And I'm using the Bloodhound step. I always use that. And that I think this kind of threw off this boss. Because there was times where, when I got to the side of her, I would kind of just move with the boss. So I staggered it again, so I think it might be the Exalted Flesh. Like when she would shift, I would just kind of shift with her. When it knocked me over, I would just move, like drastically. Alright, so I guess this is kind of her, not a second phase, but where she starts initiating new attacks when her health gets to the middle. So that's pretty crazy. All these, gotta avoid all the butterflies and the pink crap. That's the Scarlet Rot. So I beat her fairly quickly, so usually in the beginning I'll fight extra aggressive just to see if the boss is gonna be tough or not. And then you know fairly quickly, like with Mesmer, you have to hunker down and learn their movesets. You're not going to be able to just be aggressive. You're going to have to actually, you know, roll and learn their timing. So with her, I was just kind of learning on the fly, and it ended up working out for me because I was going to run out of memory on my computer, so I was trying to rush this boss fight, and I got lucky. I was able to kill her before my memory got too low. See right here, like I just shifted completely with her. I don't know if that's because of the Bloodhound step or that's happening to everybody, but it's better that I go with her than she hits me on that move. So see how that was kind of weird. I don't know if that was supposed to happen. I'm definitely taking way more shots than I should. I'm not being conservative, like one or two and then moving. I'm just kind of hacking away and then waiting for her to hit me. I do have high defense, so I'm getting away with it, but I believe I was like 192, level 191 or 2. And then my Scautree Blessing is like 15 or 16, so I'm pretty up there. And then she's going to be one of the bosses that's going to drop a remembrance, so you can take that back to the round table and the finger reader. And she's also going to be one of 2 bosses, including Mesmer, that you have to beat to get to the end of the DLC, to fight the final boss. So after you beat her, you're going to get access to the Sealing Tree, and then you could use Mesmer's Flame or his Ember, I forget what it is, to burn it down. And then I'll give you access to that area in Bellarat Tower. Alright, so I got her. Still have 5 sips left, so not too bad. There's the remembrance. She's kind of chaos, like I said. She's unpredictable attacks because they're coming from multiple directions. Just kind of have to be flexible. And then you're going to open up a new grace right here. Alright, so the remembrance. If the church was burned to the ground, Romina discovered a twisted divine element which she weaved into the baleful scarlet rot. Perhaps then the buds might find somewhere to gain purchase once more within the scorched remains. So right past that grace, you'll find the sealing tree. I don't want to burn it yet because I heard it locks you out of NPC side quests. So I'm going to wait and complete everything else, and then I'll come back and burn this. And then I'll go fight the final boss. So back at the round table, here's the finger reader. So for her remembrance, you're going to get the pole blade of blood and rotten butterflies. Pole blade attacks cause buildup of rot. Once in the crumbling, burning church, Romina held the bud in speechless silence. That bud would become her blade. And then it's got a skill, Romina's Purification. The spell's going to be Rotten Butterflies incantation. The scarlet butterflies are as the goddess of rot's wings, bereft of a master. They were soothed by Romina, who reached out to them. So her lore is not as interesting. I wish it went more into detail. She wasn't really mentioned until you run into her at the church. I wish that NPCs or there was something else where you could get more detail. But that's going to be it for now. I'm going to do some editing, and then I'm going to try to get some time in tomorrow, and then I'll have a few more boss fights for you. But any comments, any tips or tricks, anything you're struggling with, just leave in the comments, and we'll try to get you some help. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.
Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind.